All right. Okay. Thank you guys all for coming. Many of you know me. My name is Jimmy. I'm a co-founder here at Bitcoin Learning Center. I want to thank all of our guests, HRF team, and the traveling team for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming. And at 3:05, we said we'd start. It's 3:05 today. Thank you, Arsh, for helping keep everybody on point today. We have 65 seats up here. I know there's some standing room. We're streaming on the second floor. We're streaming on the first floor. Catering arrives at 3, so you can make some food afterwards. There's some seats up there in the studio that they found to be pretty cool. So, and then make yourself at home. There's some free beer. There's beer here and on the first floor in the red big bucket. There's water all over the place. I'll talk for 25 minutes on this presentation. And then these guys, if they want to say anything for a few minutes about what they're working on, they have 45 minutes or so to talk. And we'll take it from there. So without further ado, welcome to Bitcoin Chiang Mai. So, let's turn this on. Okay. So who are we? Over the next 25 minutes, we're going to learn why Bitcoin Chiang Mai is the fastest growing Bitcoin community in Southeast Asia and likely Asia. Right now, we have over 250 active members, which means we have people that a member is someone that's repetitively came here. We have about 150 expats, international people, and we have about 100 Thai people. So we're dedicated to promoting financial literacy, financial empowerment, and economic inclusion in the region. Just last week, we had our second event at another local government. So the adjacent government in Lamphun, we had an event. They had their technology week, so we decided to have a booth. But all of us were in Indonesia, except for Kate. So what was really inspiring about this is that the Bitcoin community saw that we were low on manpower, and they teamed up to support her and went there. And our strongest community leaders went there to explain what is Bitcoin. We had the most active Bitcoin booth at that location. This is the mayor from this region that went down to that region, and he's supporting Bitcoin Chiang Mai, and you'll learn a little bit more here why. So really proud of you guys and grateful to have you in the community. I see a lot of community leaders here. This is the booth. They said it was the craziest one. And it was simple. We just kept it. What is Bitcoin? We didn't have loudspeakers or crazy stickers or these colorful things. We just had people conversations. So it was great. At the same time, the same similar feeling was last week in Bali. Piria, who is Kumpiria, he's the leading Bitcoin educator in Thailand. He's been doing it for 5 years. He's got the greatest impact. And he was speaking at the same time as Jeff. Well, everybody wants to see Jeff speak. But the Thai community, this is why it's so special. The Thai community leaders decided on their own to go watch Piria speak. Right? It's not like they got together and let's go team up and support him. They did it by themselves. This is the magic you're going to learn about the Thai Bitcoin community. So we also had last week, this is last week again, just before we left for Indonesia, we had our press conference on the Bitcoin Thailand Half Marathon. It's crazy. We have over 1,000 people registered for the world's first Bitcoin Half Marathon. And it's way more than 1,000 people because the impact, the awareness, the exposure this gives to so many people, their family, their friends, the media. Now, for the first time, we're taking Bitcoin out of the boardrooms and into the streets, out of the conference halls, and look at this. This is wild and crazy. It's like so inspiring, and we're definitely going to blow past 1,200. I think today we're close to 11. We might even hit 1,500. So this is another event. Just yesterday, if anybody was in Chiang Mai, the power went out. Anybody remember the power went out? Yeah. We were teaching Bitcoin in a university while the power was out. He's here today. He's over here. It's just yesterday. Just yesterday. Many new people are here, so I want to spend 3 minutes on some of the work we've done. So I'll spend about 3 minutes quickly going through this. So we started helping disadvantaged communities in the hill tribes. by providing scholarships to different children like these two. We then ended up putting teachers in different orphanages, better known as children's homes. So we had 4 different teachers in these different orphanages or children's homes. We build kitchens. We build bathrooms. We build solar systems. And when Piccolo heard we had extra energy, up came the miners, and there went the signal, and next thing you know, we got more donations from the Bitcoin address of the miner than this would get in 1 full year if it was operational. So thank you, Piccolo, for your support. I don't speak Thai. I'm not from this culture. All I could do is help share what this beautiful community is doing. And I've got to do it one way, and the only way I know how is to lead from the front and help where I can. This is how we build relationships. So every year we take 100 children down from the mountains that have never been here. We try to rotate them. They live in the Burmese border up there in different regions, and they've never experienced this. When Phi, my co-founder and partner of the Bitcoin Learning Center, asked the children, what do you want to be when you grow up? They have this stare, because all they know is the pastor or the teacher. So we want to bring them down and show them that there's more to life and there's more opportunity and more inspiration. So we bring them down every year. This November will be the 4th year. We take them to the movie theater for the first time. We built Wi-Fi in the different villages. They told us it was impossible to get Wi-Fi 5 hours away in the middle of the jungle on top of the mountain. And I said, let's find out how impossible it is. It took 6 months. Let's fucking go. So we got Wi-Fi up there. We need information. It's important. We build more bathrooms. It's an all-girls orphanage in just 45 minutes north of here. We built a 100-person kitchen because they're living in the elements. It's really cold up there sometimes, and it's dirty and it's not sanitized. We built a 100-person kitchen with 4 bathrooms on the back. This is a crazy picture. This guy's in bare feet on this like steel iron thing. So I captured that picture. It's a Christian hill tribe that we support. There's 4,000 of them, and we've been supporting them this way for a few years now. This is 3,000 blankets that we purchased for them during one Christmas. Like I said, it's cold out, so this is a really cool picture to see so many of them together. And up there on the border, it's really tough, and it's challenging. There's a lot of challenges up there, and we'll talk a little bit about it. So I'm doing good on time. This guy heard about our project 3 years ago. Some of you know him. And he donated $1,000 to what we were doing. This is before we were doing Bitcoin stuff here in Chiang Mai. Pretty cool guy. All right, the next is this. So this is who we were as Bitcoiners before this building. And this is who we still are today. We still do these things. And I wanted to, before I fast forward to today, that was just a few minutes on who we were. Like I was telling Jeff the other day, anybody could buy a building. Anybody could rent a building and then slap a sticker and say, I'm some name. But no, we started this old building. This wasn't even existing. We had to add this. So Phi's dad had a building 40 years ago. It had like these broken rooms and the bathroom's this high, and like literally to get into the bathroom you have to go like this, and like there's trees growing in the middle of it, and there's vines, and the roof's falling over. It was very difficult to imagine how we could build this place. So we started with hammers and nails. Piccolo said, listen, as soon as you get power, I'm coming up with my cohort and my residents, and we're going to do Q1 BitDevs. And I'm like, all right. So not long after this, with like all these things in the round, I got power. Piccolo came up. Today, we're going into our 8th quarter of BitDevs here in Chiang Mai because of you. Thank you. So I want to share this next. This is an 80-second video, and it's really important that you see the video and understand that these are not just Thai Bitcoiners. These are Thai Bitcoin community leaders. And I want you to watch this 80-second video and feel the emotion behind this. They're not drunk. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, this just tells you what's going on here, and you're going to learn a little bit about it in a moment. So how? Why is it like this? Why are they like this? We recently went to Hong Kong and met with some of the greatest community builders in the world that build on Bitcoin. And they're saying, how? How are you doing so much in Thailand? What is the secret? What is it that you guys are doing? Like, what's the magic sauce? They want to know, how have you had 16 meetings with the local government about Bitcoin? How are you in 3 major universities? How is the Thai educational podcast, the Bitcoin Educational Thai podcast, reaching over 1,000 people every day? How are you doing it? How are you guys just 2 weeks ago educating 250 students in the local university? They want to know how. What is it? How are you educating children that have never touched fiat money, that have never experienced the dollar, the baht, their very first experience, Bitcoin on Nostr, because they've got Facebook, they've got TikTok, and now their very first experience in these hill tribes, 5 hours away on top of the mountain, their very first experience with money is Bitcoin. How are you doing it? Just yesterday, I added a photo of Kun Bell, like I said, who was educating people just yesterday. How do you get people to come just do that just yesterday, right? How are we in the university? And is it because our strong education foundation, our focus on financial inclusion, our financial literacy, or economic empowerment, is that it? You know, we don't even have to speak on Bitcoin itself. This is Air. She was in the university yesterday too. This is just yesterday. And she was talking to the different kids at the flight school, because she's an experienced flight attendant. She doesn't even have to mention Bitcoin, because she's giving value to these students, real authentic value of what's been so successful to her. And then they'll naturally want to know, who are you? Why are you like this? Where do you work? What do you do? And they'll eventually find her podcast, and they'll see how important it is. So that not every time do we have to go into Bitcoin education about Bitcoin first. There's a lot more to it. So thank you, Air. How do we do all of this with such a small team? How are we doing this with just a small team? What is the secret? They really want to know. You know, how has this Bitcoin education podcast reached over 1,000 people every day? And recently, just this last month, we've hit over 41,000 people with our education in 28 days. And just this last week, we're at over 2,000 people a day. These are Thai people. This is exposure. This is awareness about Bitcoin only and how important it is from an educational perspective. So how did we do this in 1 year? 1 year ago today, well, September 7th. 1 year ago, a few days ago. How did we do all of this from our grand opening in 1 year? Granted, Piccolo dragged us through the rocks and the mud for the year before, and we had bit devs and other than these conditions. So we did have that going for us to get some steam and engine. How did we do it? Well, we intentionally do not sell a product or service. It's really important, because when you try to give someone that affiliate link, it changes the dynamic. When you have an APM downstairs and you charge 2%, you're getting something out of it. We want to keep the relationship strictly pure. We spend time with each visitor. We listen to them. We genuinely appreciate them. Listening creates immeasurable value, guys. So everyone that comes through this door, like, many of us have been misunderstood for the better part of 10 years. The least we could do is sit down and hear them out and listen to them and make them feel welcome and give them a home. For the universities and local government, we use words like modern finance and basic savings. These are terms they understand. That's valuable to their students. We provide our volunteers and community leaders all the tools and resources needed, including scheduling, transport, accommodation, food, and even a few sats. And it's not much sats, because they want to help more than we want to give them sats. It's totally crazy. Like I was telling Arsh the other day. Like, we give them 50,000 sats, roughly $55 for going out for the full day, and they say, this is too much. You're giving me an opportunity and a platform to speak to the people on Bitcoin. Arsha's like, that dynamic doesn't work where we're from. I'm like, well, that's what's going on here. We share Thai Bitcoiners' efforts and time with genuine appreciation and gratitude. We make them feel heard, and we amplify their voices. We are creating real value for everyone in our orbit. Our community leaders, our partners, our students, and institutions. It's really that simple. Value in our intentions, value in our education, and value in our community. The free market rewards value. When that frequency of this authenticity comes together and aligns, it's a magical, beautiful thing. And all of this compounds. So they asked me at the conference, they wanted to say, why Bitcoin? I'm like, why Bitcoin? Why the Lao Kip? Why the Burmese Kyat? Look at this. This chart is the official chart that tells you that $1 equals 2,000 MMK, and it's lost 100% of its value over this period. This is not accurate and not true. Here's the truth. The official rate doesn't reflect the black market rate. In fact, the depreciation is so aggressive that over the last, for context, 4,000 to 5,000 MMK per USD is more realistic. And if you really look at what happened in August 2024, it's totally devastating. In August 2024, the Kyat reached 7,500 per USD. This is a 525% depreciation. Think about it. Your first year, you're like, this is terrible. Like, I've got to be strong. And the second year, you're like, it must have been a bad year. It's got to get better. And then you get wiped out again and decimated. And then the third year, you're like, this can't possibly be. I mean, there's got to get better. It's gone, decimated. It's a crisis over those green hills right there. And we have the solution. We know that through the current system, it can never be fixed. Us here. If not us, then who? Right? This is a devastating situation. And we're here, we're planning to change that. The same thing with our brothers and sisters in Laos. Vientiane's only a few hundred miles this way. And they're going through something similar. It's just not as aggressive as it is in Burma. And you can see what the chart looks like right here. Right now, you're sitting in the middle of this triangle, right? The total addressable market is not 1 million people of the 55 million. It's all of them. It's not even just the 55 million Burmese people that need help. Everyone in Southeast Asia needs help. And if we band together, and our Bitcoin communities that we're bringing together can set the example and help these people, it will help us here. We could help Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia. The people, the Khmer need help. And we're standing here in this geographic location in the heart of where we could reach them. You'll see, we're only 80 kilometers from the border, right here. For the first time, we have national Bitcoin communities working in harmony, growing and empowering each other. Community leaders are coming here. Communities are coming together. We're bringing together everyone and taking them to the universities with us. We're empowering them. Now it's become way more than just Bitcoiners. These are communities coming together for the first time. For the first time, we have people in this region. We have a team that has expertise, that has bandwidth, that has agency. We can make our own decisions. We're small enough to be flexible. We've got bandwidth. We have economies of scale. This building's here. The Burmese students are here. They're watching on the second floor or the first floor. They're in the back. We have a responsibility as a human to help these people. We have the solution. If not us, then who? I mean, it's just so powerful that I know it's devastating to work on the border. I know how challenging it is. I know all these things. But it's even more encouraging to know that we have the solution and it cannot be fixed from the system that created the problem. It's not like the Kyat's going to get better. Thailand's Bitcoin hub has become a magnet for communities. People from all over Southeast Asia are looking to us as leaders to help them. And that's our job. And that's why we're here, and that's what we're going to do. Over the last 6 months, we've educated over 200,000 people from this building. We've united these Thai Bitcoin communities. We've had over 16 meetings with the government. We've got a full team with multi-market reach. And we're in the heart of Southeast Asia, near our neighbors. Our operating budget overview supports 6 full-time staff for all of our programs, excluding building, furniture, and out-of-state conference travel. In 2024, it cost 1.9 Bitcoin. In 2025, it cost 1.1 Bitcoin, or easier known, $125,000 per year as an operating budget. That's what we could afford. That's not what we could do. That's just what we could afford to build this and do that. We don't have hundreds of Bitcoin. So, in the last few slides, I've got 2 slides left. I'm encouraging you, urging you to join us, connect us, propel us, give us the wisdom and guidance that we need. Mission aligned partners, create here, send your creators here, send your builders here, build here. Use our studio. We're going to build the best studio for 5,000 kilometers right there. Tell people about us. Accelerate us. So when your grandchildren ask, Grandpa, what were you doing when Southeast Asia needed your help? You can look them in their eyes and tell them, you were connecting us with the right people. Thank you. With that being said, it's a very serious, I know I'm animated and passionate about it, it's a very serious problem. I had some good conversations with these gentlemen yesterday and ladies yesterday, and last week in Indonesia. We believe together we could probably do some more things, so we're encouraged about that. You guys are our greatest strength, coming all the time, being here, being part of the community. You're building something truly special. People hear you. They watch your podcast. They're very familiar with all the work you guys are doing, even up in Japan. I see Taruko in the back. I mean, I see so many leaders in this room. I only see community leaders when I'm looking around right now. And we're the ones that have to fix this system because it's up to us. Because when you really think about it, who else could do it? So with that being said, I just hit my 25-minute mark. I'm on time. Maybe it's the Marine Corps in me. But I'll leave it up to Alex or Jeff or Obi, anybody that wants to talk.